My name is Amanda Waldhart, and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Welcome to this week's Weekly Wednesday. Today is May 11th, and I have a super cute project for you. For those of you who are just joining me for the first time on Wednesday, every Wednesday I come on and I do a Weekly Wednesday project where I pick a stamp set or a bundle and I create two projects out of it. Sometimes they're both 3D projects, sometimes they're both cards, sometimes they're one of each. And then you can go to the link underneath the video, which takes you to Amanda's Inspiration Station. There is a free printable project sheet for you on the projects that we do today. It is colored pictures, supply list, and measurements. The video is your instructions, so that's always fun. And if you need any supplies that we are doing today, you can shop right at Amanda's InspirationStation.com. That is linked directly to my web store, and there's also a link below. All right, so we're going to get started. I have some new things to share with you, and we're going to be using a stamp set bundle that is currently in the January through June mini catalog, but it also is being carried over. As you can see, it's already in the new annual catalog that went live on May 3rd. So we're going to use the Hello Ladybug stamp set and punch. This is still a bundle in the January through June mini. So that means that you can save 10% on this together by purchasing it under the bundle product number in the mini catalog. Once the mini is done in June, this is in the annual catalog, but they're separate and you will no longer save 10%. So remember that if you are purchasing this. Now, I'm going to share something with you because I, right away when I saw this, saw a bee out of this. And so I've already done a couple projects with the bee, and today I'm going to continue to do the bee. But I have to share with you my friend Tammy Dulkey and my team member. She is also a crafty cat. She, before the new catalog came out, before this new annual catalog came out, that I get to share with you inside today. So yay. She said, I hope now that the Ladybug is carrying over, I hope they make also a stamp set of a cutesy bee that goes with this punch too. Now, of course, we can make our own bee, but how cute would it have been? She is so on to something. It would have been so cute to have made another stamp set so that you had the Ladybug stamp set, you had a cutesy bee stamp set, and both stamp sets you could use this punch. Stampin' up. What a great idea. Tammy Dulkey was on to something. All right, so we're going to do this stamp set today, but we're going to make it into bees. And I'm going to share with you, we have this adorable little card. It just says, may your greatest wish come true. And then on the inside, we're just going to stamp some flowers. But how cute is this? And then we are going to make this cute little pencil holder. And as you can see, the pencils that I have here have bees on them. I'm going to share with you where I got these, of course. Now, I got these at the Dollar Tree. Now, because they're part of the teaching tree, that means that they are actually in the aisle that has like maybe the office supply stuff. And then across they have like a little teacher's area. I will be very honest with you. I did purchase these like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I have gone to many local Dollar Trees in my area, which is Janesville, Wisconsin and Madison, Wisconsin. And I have not seen the bee pencils anymore, but that doesn't mean that they're not at other Dollar Trees, or maybe they're even online. Online means you just would have to purchase multiple of them. Now, I made it so that there's only 3 pencils in here, but 4 pencils do fit in this holder. But the reason why I only did 3 is because then there were only 3 different kinds in this particular pencil pack. So I can get another 4 more of these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just go and purchase some plain black pencils, and I'm just going to stick a black pencil in there. That way I can get 4 of these cute little holders out of 1 pack. Now, Dollar Tree also has lots of different pencil packs. I buy them all the time. I mean, for $1.25, you get so many cute ones. They always have them for holidays, so I always see them for like, you know, Easter, Valentine's, Christmas, Halloween, 4th of July. I always try to pick up those packs. Okay, so the other thing we're going to use today, a couple more products, brand new ones. We're going to be using the Stylish Shapes. Love these. Now, of course, we have the square and the circle, which remind me of our stitch shapes we used to have, but then they came with ovals. But these are our new Stylish Shapes, and these come with these little guys, which I love these, and we're using one of these today as well. Okay, so we're going to use that, and they are found in the new annual catalog on page 175. So that is where they're found, okay? All right, the other thing we are going to be using is the Hive 3D embossing folder. This is new in the January through June mini catalog, and it is carrying over into the annual catalog. All right, so let's get started. I've gone over most of the supplies. I'll go over them as we go. And let's go ahead and let's get started with our pencil case first. We're going to need our Simply Score tool, because as those of you who follow me know that I love this thing. One of my favorites. And we got some pieces here. Lots of little pieces here. So we're going to start with our base. And our base measures at 3.5 by 5. And we're going to score that. But before we do that, we have 2 pieces here. This is going to be the front of the card. And these measure at 1 by 5 1/4. Now, I have already gone through, because we're doing on the card too, this measures at 1 and 5 1/4. I cut 3 of them, because you will need 3 for both of these projects. And what I did is I put all 3 of them in this embossing folder, just like this. And I ran them through the cut and emboss machine. And I did that prior to the video so that we didn't need to do that during the video. Then we're going to do the second to smallest stitched rectangle. We just need a few little scraps of this crushed curry, and that's going to be for the bees stripes. I went ahead and I die cutted one of these guys out, but then I snipped off the edge, which I should have left that on for you. We need a scrap piece of vellum for the wings. And then I also have a scrap piece of black for the bee's body. So I'm going to set that aside too. So let's start with our pencil holder. So we have 3.5 by 5. And on the landscape side, which is the 5, we're only going to score it at 1/4. So we're going to come down here, and I just did that at I accidentally did that on the half. So what we're going to do, because I accidentally did that, we're going to flip this over, and we're just going to kind of pop that line back the other direction. It's not going to matter. It's going to get covered, but we'll do that. All right. So now I'm going to put it on the short side, and we're going to do this at 1/2. See, I knew there was a 1/2 in there. All right. So we're going to do that at the 1/2. And then we're going to do it at 3/4. And I want to make sure I don't jump the tracks. And then we're going to do it at 2. And then we're going to do it at 2 1/4. So this is how your piece is going to look. This is a very, I find a very easy treat holder or pencil holder. So before we varnish in the score lines, we are going to just kind of snip right here on the score lines, which is our bottom tabs. And we're going to snip on the score line, creating a little dart up to the score line. So we're just going to pull those little darts away. Just like that, like that. These actually, when you create these little darts, so you're cutting on the score line, but then you're also cutting another little angle. It helps to fold these. And then we're going to cut this little guy completely off because we don't need this guy, okay? All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna varnish in our score lines. And because black is a softer cardstock, I'm gonna varnish them in the opposite direction that I'm really gonna do my project in. And the reason why I'm gonna do that is because with it being a softer paper, if it kind of tears a little bit, it's gonna tear on the inside, not the outside. So now if I come back through and I put it right side out, there's no tearing on my project, okay? Now, we're going to put a piece of tear and tape across this flap here. You can do tear and tape or you can do multi-adhesive glue. A lot of times I do multi-adhesive glue because it gives me some wiggle room if I get it crooked. But with this project, it's actually, we're just going to fold it down. So you can't really get it that crooked with this project. So what we're going to do is, because it's on this side here, I'm going to fold this down like this. And I'm just literally going to fold this on the second score line. And I'm just going to go like this. Because you're just creating, and then I'm going to bring it back. You're just creating this like little pocket. Okay. So now I'm going to fold this down. Now here, it's not as thick for a piece of tear and tape. So here is where I am going to use the green glue. And not a lot. You really don't need a lot because otherwise it's going to squirt all over and you don't want that. So just put it down on the one tab and fold your other tab down. And then I'm just going to hold it like this, put my bone folder in the center down here so that I'm kind of making sure that it's, and then I'll just rub it a little bit. There we go. That's it. That's it. How cute is that? Adorable. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get out all of our little pieces. We're going to put one of these on the front and the back. And because this is so textured and I can feel that this is super soft, I'm not going to use my Stampin' Seal because a lot of times, have you ever noticed when you run it through an embossing folder and you do that, sometimes it peels up your paper. It's very soft. So right now I am going to use the green glue. That way I'm not tearing any of my paper. See, look at this is starting to come undone a little bit here. Got to hold that a little bit longer. Rub it. There we go. So I'm going to put that. Now there's going to be room on the sides so that you can see black on both sides. But because I made this piece to be 5 1/4, okay, we're going to need a little more glue here because that's not staying. Because I made that to be 5 1/4, it's going to go from top to bottom. There's not going to be any black on the top or the bottom. It's going to fit perfectly. And you know what? Let's just get our pencils in here right now. So we need one of each pencil. And we'll put them in there. And then that way we can just, there we go. And then we're going to do our glue again on the back side. So remember, it goes all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top. We're going to do that. And then we are going to use our black and white gingham ribbon. Love this ribbon. And we are going to wrap it around. And I want to make sure that I have about 5 to 6 inches on this side because I want a big bow. I like big bows off to the side of a lot of my projects. It's just how I like to do it. It's totally up to you, but you can have a small bow, a big bow. I like to have a big bow. I think the big bow is cute. So we're just going to kind of do it like that. I am going to trim it a little bit because I got a little, there we go. All right, so now we have that. Now we have this little guy here and we're going to put this at an angle. So I want my bow to the side. I want this more like a diamond here. So I'm going to just do it from corner to corner like this with my glue. And I'm going to place that right over top. I'm just going to let that stay for a moment. And then let's go ahead and start. We got some stamping and we got a little bee to make. So here's our scrap. We are going to punch out a little bee. So there's our little bee right there. And then I have, like I said, I just cut these into strips. This strip looks a little thick to me, so I'm going to cut it down. No bee stripe is the same. It's kind of like tiger stripes. They're like thumbprints. None of them are the same. That's a fun fact. All right, so I'm just going to literally put this little glue on the stripes, and we're going to just set that across the bee like this. And then we're going to take our vellum, and we need some wings. So I'm literally going to cut out some wings here. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh no. All right. So there's our wings. Now I will tell you, oops, I kind of bent that wing a little bit. There we go. Before I glue on the wings, I am going to use my green glue for the vellum. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to snip around. We're going to just trim these off. The reason why I'm going to use my green glue for the vellum is because once it dries clear and you can't see it. If you use your Stampin' Seal Plus or your tape runner, you will see that. You will see it with mini glue dots. But if you use the green glue, you don't see the glue on there. All right, hold on one second because I got it. There we go. There's a little piece here that I need to round off. There we go. So there's our little bee. I'm just going to put a little glue like that. And then I'm literally just going to put this like this. I'm going to use this so I don't get it on my fingers. Because when this dries, like I said, it'll dry clear. I'm going to wipe that just a little bit. All right, so while we let our little bee dry, let's go ahead and stamp hello. And I have my Memento ink. You can use Memento or StazOn. And I'm just going to stamp, and I'm going to stamp it closer to the edge here because I want to be able to tuck this under the bee. So we're going to use mini glue dots here, and I'm going to put one here, one here. And then we're going to angle our bee like this. And then you can use your green glue if you want to. And in fact, I'm going to. I have it out. I'm just going to put a little green glue at the end there. And I'm just going to kind of tuck it in, but I don't want to tuck it too far because I want it to say hello. I want to be able to see that. There we go. And now I just have to add some matte black dots, and I just have 2 of them. I'm doing a big one down here and then a little one right next to it. And there you go. There is your cute little pencil case. How cute is that? I love this. So cute. So cute. All right, so let's do our card now. All right, so here's our card. We have our base is basic black. We're 5.5 by 8.5. You're going to score it at 4 1/4. And we're just going to fold it and use our bone folder to varnish in that crease. Now, we have 2 pieces of basic white. They measure at the same, 4 by 5 1/4. One is your inside layer, one is your first outer layer. But we need to stamp, and I want to stamp before I adhere them to the card, because if I make a mess out of this stamp, I can flip my paper over. So let's get out our Memento again. And we're going to stamp just in the bottom right. And I just inked that, so you can tell it's kind of inky. All right, let's bring out our crushed curry because this is our inside. And we're going to do 2 flowers. We're going to do one in the corner there and one in the corner there. You know, I got to tell you, this ink pad's got some weirdness going on to it. It's like light and dark. It doesn't matter when I re-ink it. It's kind of weird, but I will tell you, I haven't replaced it yet because I love how it gives like an ombre look. It's like dark and light in some areas. Now, granted, that's not the way it's supposed to be, but I like it like that. So if you have an ink pad that gets like that or gets chunky, reach out to your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or reach out to Stampin' Up! Support so we can help take care of that for you. All right. Oops, I need Memento one more time because I have this little stamp here that's got like 3 little dots, and we're going to put those little dots inside my little flowers. All right, so now our stamping is done. So let's bring our card back and let's put our base inside. And we're just doing that flat to the card inside. There we go. And then we're also, I got a little glue here and it's kind of annoying me, so give me a second. I'm going to rub that out. There we go. Now I'm going to place this flat to the card. This is our first layer, front to the card. All right. I'm also going to place this. Again, I'm going to use the green glue because I don't want to rip my paper by using my Stampin' Seal. Stampin' Seal is not as strong as Stampin' Seal Plus, but Stampin' Seal is still pretty strong. I like that. I like how it's strong. All right, so I'm just going to place this flat to the center, going straight up and down like that. And then we have some different shapes here from our stylish shape dies. I'm going to place the Pool Party inside the basic black square flat, but now I'm going to use some ribbon. And I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of wasting it and going all the way around, because I'm not tying a bow, I'm just going to tie a knot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on the back, and I'm just going to wrap that around so it touches the adhesive. I'm going to wrap it around like this so it touches the other adhesive, and I'm just going to cut that. That way I'm not wasting ribbon that we're not going to see. And I'm going to place that to my card in the center here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece about this long. I probably didn't even need it that long. And I'm going to tuck it over like this under the ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a knot. Just like this. So I didn't even need it that long. Actually, let me get my ribbon scissors because they work better. So we'll just go like that and trim it up just a little bit. All right. So there's that. Now we're going to put our stitched circle shape flat to the center of this, because then we're going to put our bee over it. So now we need another bee. So let's punch out another bee for his body. And then looks like I don't have, oh, here we go. I have some just plain crushed curry. And I'm just going to kind of make some strips here. It's just a piece of scrap. And let's go ahead and let's glue that on because we're going to make our little bee again. And this time I'm going to remember only to put the glue in the center. Because if I put it all the way down, that's why I'm getting it on my grid paper. This bee is so cute. So cute. All right. Oops, got some paper stuck in there. There we go. And we'll put a little glue here so we can adhere the wings. And then I probably should have waited on the wings because now I have to trim this and make sure I don't trim the wings. But you know what? There we go. There's our little bee. Now let's flip him over, or her. Could be a girl bee. I don't know. What do I do with my dimensionals? There we go. I'm throwing stuff left and right over here. All right. And then we're going to put our little bee angled like this. Now I want to still add some matte black dots. So we're going to do a big one again up here and a small one. I kind of like the look of that when we do the big and the small like that. All right, there's our projects, you guys. How adorable. Seriously, come on now. How cute is that? I love the colors. I love everything about them. They are so adorable. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. Remember, you can click underneath for the free printable project sheet. If you need any supplies, or if you haven't gotten these awesome stylish shapes yet, what a great time to get those. They're so wonderful. Just head over to Amanda's Inspiration Station. There's actually a link underneath right directly to my web store. And I do have a hostess code right on there. If you would use the hostess code for any orders under $149. If you are spending more than that, do not use that hostess code because you are going to collect hostess rewards. And right now, it's a great time to get hostess rewards because we have a new catalog out, and a new catalog means new hostess rewards. So let's kind of switch back here. I'm going to show you a few of our new hostess rewards. We have this super duper cute stamp set that says sit, stay, and relax. We have garden, grandeur. I don't even know how to say that. Begin with a dream. And my favorite is the Design a Daydream 12 by 12 paper. This is a 12 by 12 paper pack, but there are 12 sheets of each. That means there are 48 sheets of cardstock. So like last year, we had that big pack that had Pattern Party, was brights all on one side and black and white on the other side. Well, this one, here's a better picture of it on page 135. This one here is all just very pretty colors. They're Blackberry Bliss, Daffodil Delight, Mint Macaron, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pool Party. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I've made a couple projects now with this paper. And this is $18 in host rewards. So that means you cannot purchase it outright for $18. You have to have a order or a party of at least $150. Once you have $150, that's $15 host rewards you earn because it's 10%. You can pay the $3 difference if you want to. If you don't want to pay the $3 difference and your order is more than $150, you might not have to do that. But great paper, great rewards. Grab it while it's there. I love it. This catalog just started, so fun. All right, you guys have a great rest of your week. I hope all the mothers had a wonderful Mother's Day last Sunday. I know that I did. It was nice. It was relaxing. And my mom and dad came over, and my husband and I and them, we played cards, euchre. We grilled out. It was fun. So I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day. Whether you're a mother or not, maybe you're a mother to a fur baby. Like I have tons of fur babies too. We all know about my Mr. Lucifer. My crafty cat. So, all right. Have a great day. Thanks, everyone. Bye.